motorcycle is whatever you want to make it. Turn it on, you can give yourself a real thrill.
What's going on, guys? I've gone about 70 miles so far. I'm going up toward Cascade and McCall. It's gonna get real, that's for sure. We'll see how it goes though. How far I can get. I have yet to take this bike on some technical single track. How often do you get to see this stuff on a dual sport ride? You can definitely hear the engine really being choked out. And from the research I've done, it really increases your throttle response to put an FMF on these. So I got the FMF Q4. Awesome bike, beautiful performance, really liking it so far. I'm taking some pretty decent single track right now. I would say it's kind of intermediate single track, not too bad. First and second gear, not really pushing it too hard. The bike is running at about 232 degrees. I feel that's pretty hot. So we'll see what she does, especially in the technical stuff. What I should do is lower my tire pressure a little bit for this stuff, but I'm not going to worry about it. Seems like I'm getting about 45 miles to the gallon. So, is that good gas mileage? Absolutely not. But is this a high performance motorcycle? Yes, it is. So this is about as high performance as you can get while remaining street legal. This thing just does not have a problem motoring up stuff at all. That's the beauty of a four-stroke, really. Especially one that doesn't flame out very easily. So far, not that I've really done anything too crazy, but so far it seems like I can lug this really low. It just keeps that butter smooth throttle response. Motors straight up through the rev range. Also, I've tried to kickstart this bike several different times with a full battery. It's no avail. There's just no way you're going to kickstart this bike. I haven't been successful yet. So adding the Kickstarter may have been a bad choice. I think the compression is just so high on this thing or something that kickstarting it is just not really doable. And I've kicked it over probably about 10 times. I haven't tried too hard, but I've kicked it over enough to where it should have started. One bad thing about this bike is if your battery dies completely, you're SOL as far as starting it. The battery runs the CPU, so if you don't have that CPU, you don't got nothing. I love how smooth this is. Because it's a 4-stroke, like I've said in other videos, you have access to your horsepower always. You don't need to clutch it up. So all I have to do is just roll on the throttle. It makes it really easy for hill climbs especially, and places where it really sucks up your horsepower. If I keep my license plate and my signals during this, I will be really impressed with their hardware, especially if I go down at any point. I shouldn't go down, knock on wood for me. Not a big fan of getting my head ripped back like that. Out of curiosity, let's see if we can bump start this pretty easily. Cake. That didn't even take any effort whatsoever. That seemed like it was easier than bump starting my Husqvarna. I wonder why I can't kickstart it. I'm weak, that's why. 170 pounds. I bet if I was 220 pounds, I could kickstart this thing. Legs would have to be working overtime to carry me around. One of the tough things about trail riding is looking at the terrain objectively and without emotion, without fear, and concentrating, balancing, staying loose, letting the bike flow. Fear is the number one reason for crashing. And I am just as guilty as anybody. Experience is a good way to get rid of it, because you know you've done that before, you can do it again. There are definitely situations that cause some anxiety. Yeah, it's definitely tough not to tense up. Definitely tough. And if you're anxious out on the trail, I mean, a certain amount of fear is healthy, but then if you go into straight up anxiety mode, it will do more harm than good. Self-preservation is definitely good, but controlling it to the point where you don't go off a cliff, and that's a good example, is, you know, cliff riding is really one of those situations where you have to just ride. Just ride. Focus and be, I wouldn't say too careful. It's a balance though. You have to not ride like you're just on a regular trail, because I get kicked off of regular trails all the time. But take take a conservative approach and just ride normal, I guess. Easier said than done. And if I get in trouble, I get kicked to the side, I'm pointing a bad direction, I will do what I can every time. I don't freeze up, but I do become tense. That's something I've been trying to work on. Becoming tense is no bueno. That's definitely something I did during my last race, is I became tense. And it was really making me angry. Because I can push through it, but I do not enjoy that feeling. And that feeling happens mostly when I'm tired. So if I have lack of sleep before a race, which I did, then I just cannot function normally on or off the bike. And I'm up all night every night, so I operate generally at about, I would say about 50 to 70%, and then I become a different human being probably a week into being asleep at night. So I do know that there is a huge difference. It's pretty in here, nice and shaded. Nutrition. This month, as in July, we're at the end of July now, but at the beginning of this month, actually at the end of last month, I decided to stop drinking energy drinks altogether, and anything that wasn't completely 100% natural. So the only two things I've drinking this entire month has been either 100% juice or water. And it's mostly water. Well, I can tell you one result for sure, is I sweat like a pig. If I start working out, I just start sweating like crazy. I think I was really dehydrated. So one takeaway from this, for sure, is to drink more water. You got to do 40 days in order to create a new habit. I was going to go all in cold turkey and just do everything, all of my vices, I was going to throw them away and just start fresh. But that's a little bit difficult. Like eating out, all that stuff. We'll call it Awesome August. That's going to be eating. I'm going to have to adjust. I'm going to keep my habits as far as drinking. Only water and juice. Nothing else. And I'm going to start doing that same thing with eating. I'm just going to have basically vegetables and meat and fruit. Your intake. I think that's your foundation. If you want to change anything, first of all, change your diet. That's how I'm looking at things. Oh God, this thing. The more I ride this, the more I like it. I know I'm just kind of rambling, but also, ooh. Also, I know that when I watch videos, I prefer people to give some commentary. is an old lookout. Well, the foundation of one anyway. Now, obviously, I couldn't take care of a big tree with my handsaw. Definitely takes care of most issues I've had out on the trail with trees. As you can see, the trees around me, most of them aren't too big. Some of these downhills were really steep, so I imagine I'm gonna have myself a little struggle here in a little bit. Pointed uphill. I was trying to get my GoPro going before I did this climb because I know it's gonna be one of the more difficult ones. With a 500 Beta RRS Street Legal full sport. First time going down. No damage. Came up that and got a little bit sideways. You guys can't tell, but that's a rock wall right here. But I got sideways and I wanted to get my bike on top, so I just kind of let it roll forward and then I fell off to the side there. Probably looked anticlimactic to you guys, but that stuff was steep, steep, steep. This bike just did an excellent job of that. The Beta 500 RRS has a full-blown enduro capable, street capable bike. Now, I wouldn't race it as it is. Drop some weight for sure, but other than a little bit of weight loss, this thing is ready to roll.
These city lights so bright all start to look the same. Blind me from the memories of the place from whence I came.
Alright, that pretty much concludes the ride. I'm just going to head back and go the long way around and hit up a steakhouse before I head back. This bike got up stuff that I would have had trouble getting up with my Husqvarna. So that gives you an idea how capable this thing is. The clutch felt great. The engine was butter smooth. When I needed it to crawl up stuff, it had no problem. When I needed to clutch it and launch up stuff, no problem. It's a little bit heavy, so I had to get used to that. But, I mean, besides the little extra weight, fully capable. And it feels awesome on the street. Like I was saying earlier, it feels like a dirt bike when I'm on the dirt. Feels like a street bike when I'm on the street. The reason I got the 500 RRS is because I wanted something that would do freeway speeds easily, like 80 miles per hour easily. But most places you can get away with 65 just fine, and any of them will do that. So I highly recommend the 390 for anybody who wants a bike that will truly do everything.
Everything I've seen and heard and felt does not compare. Take me at my word when I say I've been everywhere. In the air, on the road, no place left for me to roam. Tell the folks, far you know, I'll be coming on back home. I'm tired of Walked across New Mexico and all the Wild West. Oklahoma, Texas, Utah, I've seen all the rest. In the air, on the road, no place left for me to roam. Tell the folks, far you know, I'll be coming on back home. Tired of being a rolling stone. This old bird's already flown. This old bird's already flown.
His name is RacerRed. If he wasn't riding, he'd be in bed. He naps during the day. He rides his love in garage bays. Oh, he rides all night, full throttle all the time. Oh, he was born to ride. Red Racer, like, comment, and subscribe.